This month we're going to talk about cold weather safety. Winter storms bring snow, ice, and wind that make for hazardous conditions and can cause utility outages. Let's go over a few winter safety tips. Walking on snow and ice can be dangerous, so take short steps and walk at a slower pace. It's a good idea to wear insulated boots with rubber soles. Approaching vehicles may not be able to stop at crosswalks, traffic signals, or utility work signs, so you should be on the lookout for vehicles that may have lost traction and are slipping towards you. Here in central Arkansas, we typically have more ice than snow, so heavy accumulations of ice can bring down trees, utility poles, and communication towers that can disrupt communication and power for days. Small accumulations of ice can be extremely dangerous to motorists and pedestrians. Bridges and overpasses become dangerous because they freeze before other surfaces, so use caution when you're traveling over them. If you know you're going to be traveling as a winter storm approaches or during a winter storm, you want to plan ahead. The National Weather Service issues advisories, watches, and warnings to keep everyone informed about hazardous weather conditions. You should winterize your vehicle by checking the battery, oil, antifreeze, windshield wiper fluid, tires, stuff like that. And you should tell someone your travel plans. That way, if you don't show up where you're supposed to be, someone's going to know where to send help or to go out looking for you. And you should always carry emergency supplies. Here's a list of emergency supplies that you could carry with you. Flashlight, water, ice scraper, jumper cables, shovel, blanket, first aid kit, and a fully charged cell phone. And also in my personal vehicle, we carry a jump box with us. It's a battery booster pack that will jumpstart your car. It also has a LED emergency light on it, and it has a USB port that will quick charge your phone or your tablet if you're stranded somewhere and don't have a charge on your phone or tablet. Work doesn't stop when it gets cold outside, so let's go over a few reminders on cold weather health hazards. Working for prolonged periods of time in cold conditions can lead to cold-related injuries and illness. Cold stress occurs by driving down the skin temperature and eventually the internal body temp. So when your body is unable to warm itself, serious cold-related illness and injury may occur. There's 4 factors that contribute to cold stress. That's cold temps, higher cold wind, dampness, and cold water. A cold environment forces the body to work harder to maintain its core temperature, so cold air, water, and snow are all going to draw heat from the body. So while it's obvious that below freezing conditions combined with inadequate clothing could cause cold stress, it's also important to understand that it can also be brought about by temperatures in the 50s combined with rain or wind. Just like extreme heat forces the body to work harder to maintain a safe temperature, extreme cold does the same. So when temperatures drop below normal and wind speed increases, heat's going to leave your body more rapidly. This makes it just as easy to become dehydrated in cold temperatures as it is in warm temperatures. Cold conditions force your body to work harder to maintain its temperature. The challenges you face from a cold environment include just normal air temperature, and if you combine that with air movement, which is wind speed 5 miles per hour or higher, with that cold air temperature, that's where you get wind chill. So that's going to make it feel colder than it really is outside, and it will make your body temperature start decreasing quicker. If you also add wetness to that from rain, snow, ice, humidity, sweat, wet clothes, or being immersed in water, it's going to make your core temperature drop even faster. So what is wind chill? Wind chill is not the actual temperature, it's what the temperature feels like. Wind chill is estimated by how temperature and wind speed feel on exposed skin. The stronger the wind, the cooler the wind chill will be. A 10 mile per hour wind combined with a 30-degree Fahrenheit temperature can have the same chilling effect on the body as a temperature of 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Unprotected portions of the body can chill rapidly and should be protected as much as possible. Let's go over some factors that could increase your risk of cold-related injury and illness. So if you ever had a previous cold-related injury, it makes you more likely to have one again. some health conditions like poor circulation, hypertension, and asthma. If you are fatigued, some medications can increase your risk, and alcohol, because it's going to decrease your awareness, it's going to impair the body's ability to regulate temperature, and it's going to increase your risk for hypothermia. So hypothermia can occur when your body core temperature decreases below 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Mild symptoms of hypothermia are going to be shivering and decreased ability to use your hands and fingers. Moderate symptoms to severe symptoms are going to be shivering is going to stop, you're going to have confusion, slurred speech, your heart rate and your breathing are going to slow, and you're going to become drowsy. And symptoms get worse as the body cools. So the colder your body gets, the more symptoms that you can have. Frostbite can happen when skin tissue freezes, and this can occur at temperatures above freezing, and that's going to be due to wind chill. Symptoms are tingling, stinging, or aching, and numbness. Skin will turn red first, and then it can develop gray or white patches. Your skin's going to also feel kind of firm or hard, and it could blister. It can cause permanent damage and destruction to blood vessels, and severe cases can result in amputation. Most commonly affected extremities are toes, fingers, ears, and nose. Let's look at a few preventative measures to help when cold environments or temperatures cannot be avoided. You should follow these recommendations to protect yourself from the cold. You can wear appropriate clothing, and this even means wearing layers. If you know it's going to be an extremely cold day, that's going to help you stay warmer. Make sure to protect your ears, face, hands, and feet in extremely cold weather. You can do this by wearing a hat, scarf, gloves, and making sure that your socks and shoes are staying dry. Stay dry and carry extra clothing like socks, gloves, hats, jackets, and a change of clothing. And you do that in case you get wet during the day by the job that you're doing. And when you can, when it's possible, you need to be in a warm location. Avoid touching cold metal surfaces with your bare skin. So if you're leaning up against something that's cold or you're sitting on a cold surface, it's going to make your body temperature drop faster. Remember, moisture can increase heat loss from your body. Monitor your physical condition and the physical condition of your coworkers. You could have a coworker that's showing signs or symptoms and not realize it, but you may be able to see it. Being aware of how your body is reacting to the cold is important in preventing cold stress. Here's an acronym for dressing for the cold. So C is keep clothing clean. Dirt and grease block up the air spaces in your clothing and reduce the insulation ability. O is for avoiding overheating. Sweat can freeze on the layers of your clothing, so stay dry. Moisture is going to decrease the insulating ability of your clothing. L is for wear clothing in layers. Loose clothing allows air spaces to help trap warm air without restricting blood circulation. Good blood circulation helps to prevent frostbite. D is for keeping clothing dry. You have got to keep your clothing dry from the outside as well as from the inside. Here are 6 fun facts about snow. All snowflakes have 6 sides. The most snow measured in a 24-hour period was 75.8 inches, and that fell in Silver Lake, Colorado on April 14th and 15th in 1921. Most snowflakes fall at a speed of 2 to 5 feet per second. That's about the same speed as a person casually walking. A cubic foot of snow can contain 1 to 2 million individual snowflakes. Thundersnow is a thunderstorm with snow as the precipitation type. It typically occurs where there's a strong motion, upward motion, inside a winter storm. All 50 states have recorded snowfall. In Hawaii, snow is observed on the tallest volcano summits every year, and light snow, usually just a little trace amount, is an almost every year occurrence in northern Florida. I have a few Arkansas snow facts for you. On February 13th, 1905, The lowest recorded temperature in Arkansas was negative 29 degrees Fahrenheit, and that was at Gravette, Arkansas. A close second was Lead Hill. They had a low of negative 28 degrees Fahrenheit on January 22nd, 1930. The number one snowiest month in Arkansas that was recorded was in February of 2021 with 20.3 inches. And the second snowiest month in Arkansas on record was January 1918 with 20 inches. So that was a little over a 100-year gap to have that snowiest month on record. And the snowiest year on record was 1960 with 32.6 inches. 1966 had 21.8 inches, and then in 2021 we had 20.3 inches. If you have any questions or comments, I'll try to answer them for you. You can find me in the lab building, or you can call me at extension 104.